What's up, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be talking about urban tracking. And urban tracking offers some challenges that a wilderness environment does not have, and that being the different mediums, concrete and asphalt. But you can still track individuals even in this environment, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay, guys, so some things you're going to look for in a urban tracking situation is track transfers or track traps. And track traps could be alleys. It could be, alleys has a lot of dirt, dust, and debris because they're not cleaned out like sidewalks are. Curbs, where vehicles ride up and down the road, it draws a lot of dust and debris up on the curb, and you see people stepping there. You'll see in some places that aren't cared for, like alleys and back ways and different curbs that have vegetation growing from it, different weeds and stuff like that. That's also another way to catch a mark from somebody coming through. You also look at rain puddles, and if it rains outside, you look at a rain puddle and you can find transfer to the sidewalk, wet footprints to the sidewalk, oil spots from vehicles, people walking through there, transferring that. Parking lots usually have a lot of dirt and debris because people are getting in and out of their vehicles, transferring it from different locations, and also mud transfers. A lot of people, when getting tracked or an escape and evasion situation, they'll hang close to walls and move down walls. Well, that also will give you some spoor by this vegetation here. If you're stepping through here, you're going to notice this is matted down versus that is not. So somebody coming through here and they're trying to be sneaky, they're destroying all this vegetation. So you can see how all this looks upright except for this right here is trampled. So this is a good piece of spoor or a good piece of evidence that someone has came through here, and more than likely it's the person you're tracking because they're trying to be hidden. Okay, guys, so if you look down here, you'll see the back heel print of this track here, and you can kind of just look forward and look. You can see this track here, very faint, but you notice versus just smooth here, you can notice these tracks here. And so, like I was saying, in a back alley situation, there's a lot of dirt and debris. There's concrete under here, but this is just dirt and debris because nobody cleans this area up. So this is another good place to look for somebody you're tracking, because most of the time they're not going to stay on main streets because they'll be seen. So they're going to be moving through back alleys and stuff like that. So you need to be cognizant of that. All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about the transfers. And if you look down here, you'll see there's some water on the ground right here, and you can see the tracks of wetness being transferred onto the sidewalk. So guys, we've discussed some aspects of tracking. Another, actual visual tracking. Another technique to go along with this is actually, finding intel from the local population. If you're in a certain grid area and you're, the individuals in that area, you can, go up to random folks and say, hey, have you seen such and such with a blue color shirt on or whatever? If you know the color shirt, I mean, you should, because you're tracking the individual. And say, hey, my brother, I was supposed to meet my brother down here. Have you seen him? He was wearing this and that. Act like you know him. Use some social engineering, and they can give you a lot of information. That's usually how a lot of people are found. A lot of criminals, fugitives, and stuff like that are found by the intel from the local population. But a lot of tracking, even in an urban versus a wilderness situation, come down to having initiative and using a good educated guesses, and reading the signs, because in a city you're not going to have as many track patterns as you would in a wilderness. Disruption or top or bottom signs, you're not going to have a lot of those. Top signs, you can't really brush across concrete and leave a sign there. So a lot of this is going to be on your own initiative. If you get a good track pattern or direction, and you can kind of navigate with, look at it with your compass and kind of find out which way they're navigating. Like, let's say, they're probably going to this situation, so you'll send a team ahead to go, catch them maybe before they get to that point. So you got to use initiative, figure out which way they're going, and hopefully their signs give away their method of travel or the direction of travel. But check out blackscoutsurvival.com for more tips and tutorials. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.